Welcome back in. Well, the housing market in Northwest Ohio is seeing some changes. Joining us now is Eddie Campos, a realtor with RE/MAX, to go over what it all means for buyers and sellers right now. Thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. I feel like everybody's been talking about interest rates for years now at this point, and we see everything going on with inflation. We think, isn't it time for the Fed to keep cutting rates?
Yeah, well, from your mouth to God's ears, we would love to see that drop. You know, we're in a situation where rates have come down and they're maintaining somewhere between 5.8 and 6.3%, according to my buddy over at Savage Mortgage, Billy Horn. So right now they're remaining pretty steady.
Okay.
So that's good for home buyers, and it's also good for sellers because that means home buyers are out there. So to go hand in hand with that, we saw credit applications were up 10% over the previous week and up 14% over last year. So those are all good signs. So hopefully what we do is get into a situation where we can improve that inventory and make it easier for buyers to get inside a home.
Yeah, and when we're coming up, it's spring now, summer, families are really going to be looking for that house to get in over the summer before the next school year.
Yeah.
So are we still dealing with the issue of just not enough homes out there for people?
Yeah, unfortunately where we're at, you know, we're still somewhat in a seller's market. We keep thinking that we're approaching a balanced market, but we don't ever quite get there. So as I checked this morning, we're still somewhere around 1,300 homes in Northwest Ohio.
Okay.
Divide that up over 10 counties, that's not a lot of homes that are out there. So in Lucas, I'm going to guess it's somewhere around 470 homes.
That's it, huh?
Not a lot to choose from. So that kind of inventory being that low is what's causing multiple offers to still happen in our area. So just a few weeks ago, I wrote a couple of offers. I had a listing that got multiple offers. So I saw it all weekend, and when I talked to my realtor friends, we're all still seeing the same thing. So those homes that have the right look, they're priced correctly, those homes are still getting lots of attention.
Yeah, and still people, they don't want to put a whole lot of work into these houses, do they?
No, and you know, quite frankly, I appreciate that. You know, I'm working, my wife is working, the real estate process is complex, it's challenging, it's not impossible, so if you have somebody to help guide you through that process, you know, it makes it a lot easier for you. But yeah, you know, we don't really want to get into another home where we're going to have to make a bunch of improvements. We actually did that with the existing home we had, and that was intentional. I don't know that I want to go through that anymore.
Been there, done that,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, one time was enough.
Yeah, so how many more homes do we want to add to the inventory, and can we just build, or is that the issue?
You know, there's several ways to get there. We'd like to see 2,000-3,000 more homes in that 10-county area. That's not going to happen overnight, obviously. But there's lots of things that have to happen. So if you look back to 2005, pre-Great Recession, you know, we had somewhere around 1,500 building permits were pulled. Last year, we had 444.
Whoa, that's it.
So significant downgrade, right? So what was the cause for that? Well, you had builders that unfortunately went out of business. You had developers go out of business, and guess who else? Everyone else who's in that process, painters, drywallers, framers, they all had the same problems because nobody was building homes. So now we're still trying to catch up to all of that.
We need more builders, more contractors.
Yeah, so one of the solutions, help with the red tape. You know, Lucas County and other counties, not just Lucas, you know, there's more things that are involved in trying to make that happen. So 2005, you might spend 3 to 6 months trying to get a development ready. That could be closer to a year. So it's taking significantly longer, and that makes it more challenging for people.
People are like, I don't feel like jumping through all those hoops.
Right, and then obviously the other thing is prices have gone up substantially. So I'm not sure how we quite get our hands around that. But one of the other things that's happened is Ohio Realtors has come up with the Ohio Home Building Kit. And we've gotten pre-designed homes approved by the state of Ohio that a consumer or builder can get for free. They're available on a website for free to build on standard city lots. So let's say you were in downtown Perrysburg, Toledo, South Toledo, downtown Maumee or uptown Maumee, downtown Sylvania, where they have standard city lots that may be 35 feet wide to maybe 60 feet wide.
Not big, yeah.
Correct. These are plans that are already in place that they can cut some costs, streamline the process, and make it easier for the builder.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, where do people access that?
So you can go to the Ohio Home Building Toolkit. It's through Ohio Realtors, and it can be accessed easily. We already have cities in the state that are using it: Cincinnati, Zanesville, Lima, Ohio. They're already using these things, and Ohio Realtors is actually in communication with the city of Toledo to make them more readily available for
To
people.
bring them here. Interesting. All right, one step toward maybe hopefully getting some more houses into the market and
Exactly.
and helping with that inventory. All
Which
right.
is also a benefit to sellers too, right? Because
Yeah.
when they move, where are they going to move to?
Where are they going to go?
Exactly.
I know, you're
They don't have
stuck,
a house to
aren't
go
you?
to.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. We'll keep an eye on those interest rates and,
Yeah.
and see what is in store for us the rest of the spring and summer.
Yeah.
Eddie, thanks for being here today.
Hey, thanks for having
Appreciate
me.
it. Yep.